Hello and welcome to the Ferret Business Podcast. I am your host, Yemmy the Ferret, aka Yemmy, and with me today I have another Let's Player and Twitch streamer who streams games like Minecraft, Binding of Isaac, and Skyrim. Subscribe to his Twitch and become a beautiful beardie. It's StoneB3ard. Welcome to the podcast.
Oh, thank you for having me here, my friend.
Boy, the crowd is going wild. They are still clapping.
I know, it's extremely loud. Can you guys keep it down back there? I'm trying to do a podcast.
All of his links will be down in the description below, including Twitch and Twitter. So make sure you check him out. How are you doing today, StoneB3ard?
Trying to keep cool. It is like 100 degrees out today with the heat index is 100 and the real feel is like 120. It's disgusting outside.
It is pretty bad everywhere, I think. I've been talking to lots of different people lately, and they've just been like, "Yep, it's record highs." It's like, oh god, it's here too. It's in Ohio. It's disgusting. Like you said, it is disgusting.
Exactly, it's terrible. I mean, come on, can't it just snow a little bit? I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, really. I would even like some clouds. You know, right now there's just nothing. It's just blue sky and heat, and it's like I could fry some bacon on the top of your head. Like,
sure, most definitely.
So where are you home based? Where are you living?
I am from Iowa, good old central of the United States, Iowa.
Do you live in the rural part, or are you towards the city?
More of the rural part. Sorry, I cannot enunciate words very well.
No, it's okay.
No, I'm in like I'd say probably about a medium-sized city. I'm originally from a small town though. I live in a medium-sized now.
Yeah, I kind of live in the suburbs, and it's not too bad. You know, suburbs aren't bad. I think I can't really. I've been to a lot of different cities, and I can't take that. You know, it's just it feels too boxed in for me.
Yeah.
So, let's start with the beginning. Were you born in Iowa, or were you born in a different state?
I'm born and from Iowa.
Born and raised. Yeah.
Born and raised is more what I should have said.
And how was life growing up?
It was great, you know. I grew up in a small town, and you know everybody pretty much knew everybody's business, so you couldn't get away with anything really. What'd you try to get away with?
I'm sure you're speaking from experience.
Oh, you know, typical little kids, you know, trying to get away with everything, you know, being hoodlums. My friends and I, we were hellions. I grew up skateboarding and, you know, being a punk and all of that, and we would skateboard at the community center. And I remember this one time showed up and they were, you know, telling us that we can't skateboard or anything, and me being my attitude I had with authority at the time and why I couldn't be there, and that it was a public place and I had all rights to be there, and they threatened to take my skateboard from me, and I told them they couldn't do that that's my personal property and I'm a minor. Just I used to raise so much hell when I was younger.
Times have changed now, though, right? You're more of a calm down.
Definitely calm down.
The teen angst is over. Do you channel those hellion days into the streaming, into gaming, or is it just it's gone?
Definitely, I do get a little of that frustration and I don't know how you want to say that. Spasmatics out during my streams.
Don't we all, though?
You got it. If you're not having fun doing what you're doing, you know, where are you doing it for then?
That's true. That is very true. So, do you have a wife? I know you have a kid, right?
She's my fiance, but I just call her my wife because it's easier that way.
Okay.
But yeah, I have a fiance, and we do have a beautiful 2-year-old child together.
Is this your first child then?
My first child, first boy.
Oh, nice. Is it tougher being a father than you imagined?
It has its days. It has its days, definitely. There are days where I would much rather just walk out the door and come back in a few hours. It's the days, where you just look at them and you think to yourself, man, I created that. I helped create that. That's a part of me.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's, whew. I've never really wanted to be a father. I never really wanted to have a child. So it's hard for me to kind of imagine that, hey, this is a part of me. This was, something that, not to be graphic, but it was something that was inside me. It's like,
no, understandable.
Any pets at the StoneB3ard house?
Actually, just got a cat recently. I almost hate it every day and love it at the same time.
Ain't that the story with cats?
In the middle of the night, I'll be dead asleep, and all of a sudden, pounce right on my chest. I almost want to throw it across the room, but
So how did you and your fiance meet?
We met through a friend through Facebook. To be honest, one of our friends that we had that was a mutual friend, we hung out a lot, and so then over Facebook, and then we started hanging out, and one thing led to another, and we hit it off.
Awesome. Yeah.
It's a love story everybody wants to hear.
Right. And you didn't even have to use Tinder or any dating apps like that.
Oh, Tinder. That's a terrible place to go.
So, thinking of the future and the technology, are you nervous about your son growing up in the world of technology? Because I know it's a different world than what you grew up in.
It's definitely way different than what I grew up in, man. I was tearing apart bicycles when tearing apart things, putting them together. Mm-hmm. I'm just hoping that with the way the technology is going, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love the way technology is going. It's amazing, the advancements that we have, and how quick it's advancing. It just blows my mind, and I really hope that my son growing up can both aspects of it, though. Get the technology side of it, but also get the mechanically side of it, mm-hmm. Understand how to do things on his own and build his own things, put things together logically, not have to rely on, because he already understands how it would work,
Yeah, I get that. Too often nowadays we're going to Google and we're going, hey, how do I put this desk together? Hey Siri, how does this work?
A perfect example was before this podcast. I wasn't 100% sure what I was doing, but instead of going to Google, I took what knowledge I had of a setup and I figured it out. And look, everything seems to be working fine so far.
Yeah, everything sounds good on this end, and everything sounds good on your end. So you did a very good job. I applaud.
Too many people want the easy route out.
Right. I was about to say, you didn't even have to take apart your computer and put it back together to get Discord working. Very good.
well, we'll pretend that I didn't do that.
So, what is the StoneB3ard streaming setup like? What are you running over there?
For computer setup?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a very good question. I'll be completely honest with you. My fiance bought and ordered my computer pre-built.
Oh, nice.
I don't remember exactly what's all on it. I would have to literally look up the specs.
Oh, it's okay.
I can tell you at least, I've got a dual monitor set up. I'm running. That's the name of this computer, the keyboard and mouse. It's what is that? Corsair or something like that.
Oh,
Corsair.
Nice.
I love the keyboard and mouse. They're extremely beautiful, even though I paid $120, I think, for both of them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's outrageous, but I mean, you're paying for quality, really.
Yeah, I love every time I go to Best Buy or something like that, I'm always fiddling around with the Corsair keyboards. I'm like, I'm going to buy one of these someday. And
It's nice. I enjoy it. But, yeah, I'm running dual monitor. I got my webcams, I got the box right here. A Logitech C922X. 1080p.
Nice. 1080p, damn. That's a damn fine webcam.
You're going to go, right?
So, what inspired you to get on Twitch and start streaming?
As a lot of my followers know and stuff, I started off on YouTube, and I was doing when I do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And originally was starting Wednesday was Wow Wednesday on Twitch, and then Thursday and Friday was my streams on YouTube. After realizing that YouTube doesn't really give for their streamers, it's more based of a mixed media.
Yeah.
A little here, but it's mostly about getting that video up and getting those views out for the video. And so after doing some look into that and some help from some friends of mine, I came to a conclusion that it'd probably be easier if I just attempted to focus more on Twitch. And so I made an announcement video on YouTube saying, over to Twitch, guys, go ahead and come over here and watch my streams. And one thing led to another, and more followers on Twitch, and
nice.
It was a lot easier for me to, as a streamer, to feel accomplished.
Was it an easy transition going from YouTube to Twitch full time? I'd
say yeah. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. It was a little confusing at first because their layout's a lot different. When you're used, I'm a terrible person or creature of habit, and when I try something new, it always takes me just that tad bit longer to learn it, just because I want to understand it fully before I give it my all.
Right.
And I knew a little bit about Twitch. Like I said, I was doing Wow Wednesdays on Twitch, which I don't do anymore. But I was doing that on Twitch on Wednesdays, so I knew a little bit, but I didn't know enough to go full time on Twitch. But after I figured out, how everything works and what your setup should be and how you should do this and that, it eventually came out to being something that I really enjoy. I mean, I'm affiliated now on Twitch. I've got my own emotes, so I can't complain too much.
Yeah, congratulations on that. So where does the name StoneB3ard come from?
That is the ultimate question everybody wants to know. It really derives by a section of my name, and growing up, what a nickname I had growing up. Okay. And then I kind of threw it together with the fact that I had a beard, and so I was like, StoneB3ard is going to work. I mean, growing up, I had my nickname. I had several nicknames, but one of them was Stone Man. So it was supposed to be Stone Man at one time, and then I thought, I have a beard. Why not just go with StoneB3ard? And this is years ago. We're talking like probably about 4 years ago. I came up with that name. And then when I started streaming wise on YouTube and Twitch, I was like, I'm going to change my YouTube name to StoneB3ard, because originally my YouTube, I had YouTube back in the day because I wanted to create content on there, like record and make videos, and I just never had the money or the time to. The name on there was Mr. X or Epic X. What was it, Mr. Xbox 360 or something like that. I can't remember now. But so then I changed it to StoneBRD because I was like, you know what? That's a name that I'm used to hearing.
Right. So, how long have you had the beard? Or actually, I should ask, when's the last time that you saw your chin?
That's a better question. Well, let's see. My son is 2, have been with my fiance for years, so probably about 4 years.
It's not too bad.
Oh, I mean, and it could have been longer, but you got to keep an upkeep on it. You got to trim it.
Yeah.
If you just let it grow, it looks nasty and matty and thin. I mean, I'd say probably about 2 months ago, or maybe a month ago. I can't remember for sure. I trimmed off probably 2 inches. It was thinned out on the ends, and it looks like garbage to me.
Yeah, I did the same thing. Actually, probably about 2 months too. Yeah, I went ahead and trimmed the beard because my beard likes to grow like an Amish person's beard. You know, it poofs. Oop! I just hit my pop filter there. I don't know why I'm talking with my hands while I'm doing a podcast, but you know, it happens.
It's okay. I've been doing it the whole time.
But my beard, it poofs out like an Amish person, and it kind of poofs and just keeps poofing, and then it doesn't really droop down. You know, the bottom of course droops down, but the ends, it's always poofing out. So I constantly have to, you know, trim this up, and then I must have cut off at least like 2 to 3 inches myself, and I clogged the drain with my hair again, and I was like, I didn't want to do this again, but now I gotta go get this freaking drain out.
Oh, I completely understand.
And sometimes you start trimming and you're like, oh, that was too much. Now I got even out the other side. So you're going again, you're trimming again. It's like, oh, that side now is too short. And it's like by the time I was done one time, I literally just had like the 4 o'clock shadow going, and I was like, well, this is my life for the next few months.
Exactly. I completely understand. My boss, he was trying to pull off the whole mustache and mutton chop thing going on. And then my last day of work, he come in, and I looked at him and I said, what did you shape the chops off for? And he goes, well, I was sitting there and I was trying to shape up this side, and I cut a little too much off. And I tried to shape up this side, and I cut a little too much off. And by the time I was done, it was just like, man, I might as well get rid of it and start over.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Here, when I go to trim my beard, it's like, please, beard gods in heaven or wherever you are, please allow me to trim this properly, because I do not want to have to cut my beard off.
Right. Then you would just be stoned. There would be no beard, just be stoned.
It would just be, oh, hey guys, welcome to a Stone Stream.
Yeah. So, where did you come up with the term beautiful beardies for your followers?
Well, I have to give full credit to my fiance for the beardies part. We were sitting in the car, and I was talking about how, you know, I really want to come up with like a phrase or a name for my followers, because, you know, everybody's got a way to market their followers somehow.
Yeah.
You know, bigger YouTubers and streamers and whatnot, they have cute little names they call their viewers or followers. And so I was sitting there, I was like, oh, maybe I could call them like beard hairs or something silly like that. Like, my ideas were terrible. And she goes, you should call them beardies. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? That doesn't make any sense. Well, then she broke down for me. Well, if you think about pony, and you have bronies, who are adults who enjoy watching My Little Pony.
All right.
Just take that, but instead of being bronies, they're your beardies. I was like, that's actually really smart, really clever. I like that.
Yeah.
And so I left it at that. And well, every night when I go to bed, I always post on Twitter, you know, my nice little, and hoping to help somebody throughout their day. And posting that, I would always put my beautiful beardies, and it kind of just stuck, beautiful beardies.
Yeah, it's a great name for followers. Mine are I've been flipping between Ferret Friends and no, that is it, Ferret Friends. That's the one yeah, it is Ferret Friends. I can't even remember my own.
Oh, now we're all screwed. We don't even remember names anymore. That's good. See, and I like that name too. That, you know, it's just nice to, in my opinion, to watch somebody and they've got a nickname they want to call me, like, as their viewer. That makes me feel like I'm part of that community.
Yeah.
I really enjoy that, and I'm glad that I could pick up on. Well, I shouldn't say I could pick up on. I'm glad my fiance came up with such a great name.
Yeah, it's a very nice name. I really enjoyed it. It has a nice ring to it,
Beautiful beardies.
So you play a lot of Minecraft on your channel. Is it your favorite game to stream, or do you have a different one that you like better?
Funny story. I don't want to be considered as the Minecraft streamer.
Right.
This is my downfall. Like, I enjoy playing Minecraft. I really do. It's like playing Legos. I mean, I know you can go buy a Lego game and play it on the virtual console or whatnot.
Right.
But it's like the creativity you can do behind it. I enjoy it so much. But I don't enjoy being considered that's all I play. Like, I love playing. My top favorite games to play are role-playing games. I love role-playing games like Zelda, Legend of Zelda, those type of games where you can really get immersed into the character, and you pretty much are the character. Why I realized that I was playing a lot of Minecraft on my streams. I mean, I was doing one day where I wasn't playing Minecraft, and then I'd have Thirsty Thursday where I'm playing Minecraft, and then Friday I was playing Minecraft, and it was like, I need to cut this. It needs to be, we can continue to play Minecraft Skyblocks on Thirsty Thursdays, but we need to change Friday up. Friday needs to be something new.
Yeah.
And so that's why I'm playing Skyrim right now. It's kind of a change it up / Fallout 76 comes out. I'm really excited to play Fallout 76.
Oh yeah, me too. Are there any other games from E3 that you're looking forward to streaming in general?
I didn't really watch a lot of E3. I probably should have, because seeing as how I stream video games now, I should probably pay attention to that stuff. But I just, the only one I watched was Bethesda's E3, and they had a lot that they're coming out with that looks so good. Like the new Doom that's supposed to be coming out. I really am thinking about playing that.
Oh yeah.
I haven't played Doom all the way through yet. I played some of it. I borrowed the game from my buddy and played some of it, but I would like to stream that at some time, and possibly stream, the sequel that's coming out, or extension, whatever it is. Fallout 76. There's a bunch of games that I do want to play that not necessarily were on E3. Like, I really want to and I'm talking true old school Super Nintendo, not the mini that just came out.
Yeah.
I have a Super Nintendo and a Sega that I'd love to buy the hookups for and actually get those running again, and then buy the converter so I could plug it into my Elgato and stream some games off those, because I think that would be so cool to just have like a old school night where I'm playing just old school games like that.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. So
the games I grew up on.
Yeah. I was gonna ask, how long have you been a gamer for?
I've playing video games since I can remember. I remember when I was probably 2, because my parents were still together. Watching my dad play Final Fantasy on the Sega. I remember standing there watching him, and I thought it was the coolest thing in the world. and I've played video games off and on since I can remember. Like I said, I had a Super Nintendo when I was younger. I had a NES. I had a Sega, a PlayStation 2. I mean, you name it, I probably had that console at one point in time.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way, except I started with the Nintendo 64. So you beat me by a few years there.
Nice.
But I think I've told this story before in the podcast, but my first video game was Metal Slug. I used to live in the middle of nowhere in Ohio, and there was a bowling alley. There's one bowling alley, and it had Metal Slug, the arcade cabinet there. And I remember I could get through the first 2 levels with 1 quarter, and that's where my love of video games came from. In the next Christmas, I opened up a present, and it was a Nintendo 64, and I didn't know what it was until I started playing it. I was like, oh, it's like an arcade game, but with a controller.
Nice. That's awesome. That's a great story.
So last question for today. Are you planning on doing like mods on Skyrim, mods on Minecraft, mods on any game you're playing in the future for like a mod themed day, since you have Thirsty Thursdays and you have your Friday stuff going on?
considered it. More of the theme day than the mod part. Skyrim, I've been, I love playing Skyrim. It's like one of my favorite games, and I have so many people come into the chat and they're like, "Oh, dude, you need to do mods. Mods are so much cooler. It brings so much life to the game." And so I've really been considering about throwing some mods on Skyrim. And I do play on Thirsty Thursday. I play modded Skyblocks, so I mean, that's modded Minecraft. But that's really the only Minecraft mod I've ever played, and I'm about to pull my beard out trying to figure it out. But anyways, I have thought about doing that maybe in the future if my work too, because I also have a full-time job. I have a full-time job. I try to stream semi full-time, and then I try to also take care of my family. But in the future I would love to do like a modded Monday, just play games that are modded.
What kind of work do you do?
I am a tire and lube tech.
Oh, okay. That takes up a lot. That takes up a lot of your time.
Get up at about 5:30 every morning. Get up, get ready for work, go to work, and I don't get home till probably about 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Dang.
That's Sunday through Thursday.
Gee, that's brutal.
I do my my normal Wednesday streams. That's why usually I cut my Wednesday streams pretty short, is because I have to get up in the morning and go to work.
Yeah.
But I want to be able to give what I can to my viewers, my followers, my subscribers on Twitch. I mean, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be living the dream right now. My initial dream job would be to be able to full time. Right. That would be great.
Yeah.
But in the universe's dream job, though, is to be able to be like a full-time YouTuber or Twitch streamer.
That's true, yeah.
I would love for that to happen. That'd be great. But it's in due time.
Yeah, hopefully, it comes around for you. I know, like, I'm sure you already know this, but doing YouTube or Twitch for fun should always come first over looking forward doing it as a full-time job, because you have 95 million people out there trying to do the same thing, get on YouTube, get on Twitch, become affiliated, run ads on their channel, and you're fighting against very, very hard odds. And for someone to break through, like, especially if it's someone I know, like, that would be amazing, because it'd be like, yes, they made it, I'm happy for them, and I hope that it happens for you, because you're a great dude, you have great streams, I mean, you're very interesting to talk to. I could definitely see you getting bigger on Twitch.
Well, thank you, I appreciate that. I mean, that really means a lot to me. Like, I love to hear that people feel that way, and I completely agree with you. It definitely should be it should be something for fun before it becomes something that you want to do as a job, because you're absolutely right. There are billions of people out there trying to do the same exact thing that you're trying to do, but you need to be the way you got to look at it is you need to be unique. Mm-hmm. Don't try to copy somebody. If you're going to copy them, make it yours, though. You can copy a little bit. There's nothing wrong with copying somebody a little bit, but make it yours. Own it. Do it your way.
True words. All right. Well, that is all the time I have today with StoneB3ard. Like I said, all his links will be down below, Twitch and Twitter. StoneB3ard, is there anything else you want to say before we end the podcast?
Just thanks to everybody for listening, and I hope to see some of you in the stream sometime.
All right. Well, I am your host, Yemmy the Ferret, and this has been another episode of the Ferret Business Podcast.